What's up, fight fans? We are heading all the way to Sydney, Australia this weekend with some absolutely outstanding matchups. Dricus du Plessis versus Sean Strickland rematch world title main event. This is one you're not going to want to miss. And just for you, to make this fight night even better, I have teamed up with DraftKings to bring you all a great offer right now. DraftKings is giving all new customers $200 in bonus bets instantly after they place a wager for just $5. So don't wait. Download the DraftKings app. Do it right now. When you sign up, use the code SONNEN. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Stay in on the action. Use your $200 in bonus bets for same-game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. You can combine multiple bets together from the same fight. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy for a shot to win cash prizes. I want you to download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. When you sign up, place in at least a $5 wager, use the promo code SONNEN. Get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code SONNEN only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Do I think Israel Adesanya should retire? I just got to ask this question. And the question was predicated based on a comment that Matt Brown had made. Matt Brown weighed in on this, and I suggest you guys listen to Matt Brown's program, by the way. I think that you would really enjoy it. On a different note, so now I'm going to answer it. Do I think Izzy should retire? And I got to tell you, does that sound like an easy question to you? Could you just say yes or no? It's not like there's a whole bunch of options you really need to sift through, correct? Yes or no. But it is a different question because do I want him to retire? Do I hope he retires? I mean, that gets factored in a little bit. Matt Brown spoke to the idea that Izzy is not, at this stage in his career and life and age, going to get another world title fight. And Matt Brown is correct. And when you do look at it from that perspective, should Izzy retire? Could we find a big fight for Izzy to do? Yes. Could we find main events for Izzy to do? Yes. Can we find feature headlining attractions that the media, the fans will support? And ultimately a night of business will move the needle? Yeah, oh yeah, all of those things. Why would Izzy fight though if it's not for world title? Now this isn't necessarily for us to answer. We're having to guess that is all that Izzy wants. And if that's true, and we know we can't get it, then you step in with an opinion that he should retire, but he is in a very unique spot. He really is. Izzy's a star. Can we all agree? Okay, great. Let's just change weight classes. Should Alex Pereira retire? No. My goodness, no. He's got a signed fight against the number one contender who's favored to beat him. No, he should not retire. Should Jon Jones retire? No, absolutely not. He's got an interim champion within his weight class. We're building something, and we're hoping, and we waited all this time to get him back. And it's one of these things. If you're discussing Jones and Pereira, Izzy's the next one. It's right. Those three get discussed together all the time. But no, not everybody should retire. Izzy really is in a very fascinating spot right now in terms of it is perfect timing. Like nobody's going to want to say goodbye to a star like Adesanya. But the rules of the sport say you stick around. However great you are, you stick around until you pass the torch to somebody else. But Izzy did that. And there is not a meaningful opponent right now for Adesanya. I realize that Izzy is clever and that he could go out and create one quickly, but he doesn't have one yet. And perhaps he's not going to create one. And perhaps there isn't somebody on that roster that he hasn't already tangled with, that he's just dying to throw punches at. I mean, it does seem like there's a lot of things that are in line where a massive star could step aside and it would be the right time. I'll give you a great example, but Ronda Rousey When Ronda left, there was so much more that she could have done. I mean, there was so many more huge fights and media tours and pay-per-views, money to be made. Nobody was trying to push her out. But she looked at it. She got done. It's her last fight. She realizes a world title's not in my future. Whether I can't work my way back toward it, I'm just not good enough to win it. Either way, she had no opponent. She had no beef out there. No riff with anybody that was like left unsettled. Ronda had completed everything. It was a great moment for Ronda to make that decision, and she was not met with any resistance because she wasn't holding up a division. She wasn't holding up a belt, and she didn't have some kind of a beef out there. So as massive of a star as she was and all the great things that she could have gone on to do, if she wanted to exit stage left, the timing was very good. St. Pierre didn't have that. There are people to this day that will criticize George St. Pierre in the same vein that they criticize Khabib. And they both had belts, and they both walked away. But over time, they've both been forgiven because we can look back and realize George beat a division twice, and there was nobody that was close to Khabib, and he was going to have to go through his division a second time as well. Like it was just one of these things where Izzy is in a perfect spot if he wants to say goodbye. But sometimes that can be a harder and harder thing to do as you get to the end. I mean, generally, the whole reason you will start something is to finish it, right? The whole reason you started high school, it wasn't to have a great freshman and sophomore year. You started it to finish it. You go into the military, you go into an apprenticeship. Most things in life, whatever you go into, your goal is to get to the end of it. So for Izzy to step into this business and want to be champion and want to have a level of fame, want to have a whole bunch of money, and be able to get the hell out and go enjoy his life, he's there. He's there if he wants to be. And I don't despise that topic. I'm certainly not calling for his retirement. I'm not even necessarily seeing a regression within Izzy's skills. I think Izzy can win these fights. I think he can win the last 3 fights that he lost. And he's demonstrated ability to do that. That's where you would bring in Alex Pereira. Like Izzy has demonstrated an ability to figure things out the more opportunities gets. That's not really what we're talking about. Talking about a realistic chance of does a guy that was the headlining act and was the world champion want to step down from that role and still be a part? And that is a question that is fully on him. I'm just guessing. No. I'm guessing he got into it for the money. I'm guessing he got into it for the accomplishment. I'm guessing he got in there because he loves the sport and it was what he wanted to do for that period of his life. But Izzy, it's check, check, and check. He's done it all. And if he wants to retire right now, it is the perfect time.